We will talk more about the King Henry. It will actually be released before this episode. Scroll back to our Wednesday release.
Watch them both.
At the same time with different earbuds.
Dual screens.
Welcome back to Arsenic Culture. I am Matt, the Asian Flesh Huber. With me today, I got Jason Baklava Hale.
I prefer cream horn, but
It's cream horn.
Cream horn.
Cream horn.
hashtag blessed.
And we got a new friend with us. We got Nick, Pog Champion Pogvara. How are you, man?
I'm very good. Thank you guys
Thank-
so
welcome.
much.
Thank you
you
for
for-
welcoming us into your
Yeah,
home.
for letting us stay here and crash.
You guys are always welcome.
Yeah.
You know that. So it was a pleasure to have
Special
you.
thanks to Nick's mom, Laura.
yeah.
Can't even talk, but for driving us around this weekend. So
Yeah.
She's a good chauffeur.
she is damn good chauffeur.
In Baklava's defense, we've been drinking pretty much all day today. We have gone to Goose Island. We went to the Prop Day celebration. How many years have they done that now?
Since I think 2017.
Sounds right.
I think it's 2017 was
Yeah.
You're the local native, so we're gonna go with whatever you say.
Yeah, hey, all my
Facts
numbers are
are,
going to be
facts are
fudged.
optional, and he sure doesn't know.
So they did I think the first time they did anything like it was Rare Day in 2015.
Yeah.
It was like the first time they did like a festival around it.
Right.
They didn't do Prop Day for 2013, which is the first time they released it, or 2014.
But they started doing it a couple years, 2-3 years afterwards, I guess.
yeah. Like I said, I think
You've been to all of them, correct?
I missed one. I missed the COVID year. Like there's a COVID year
Okay.
where you had to go in your car and pick it up. And
There's probably a lot of people who missed the COVID year.
I've been to all of the Prop Days but one, and all the Rare Days, and I never bought a ticket.
Okay.
It says the first prop day, this is AI, the first prop day was in 2019, but I don't think that's right. That'd be six years ago.
That might be right. I mean, because again, like they did Rare Day in 2015. Who's got the Rare Day? I took the Rare Day glass away.
That's on
Did
you.
you actually take it away? Yeah,
That's on you.
You offered it, and then you offered me the glass, and I declined it. Okay.
That was like that had a date on it, so
know.
that was like the first time they did like a party like that.
Yeah.
It was, and I remember I posted on Facebook. I'm like, hey, I didn't get a Rare Day ticket, but I will be someone's butler for a day if I can go. And someone's like, hey, you can go, man.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
You don't have to clean my apartment, but you can go.
So
go
what is
ahead.
prop? So
Yeah.
what is prop? So prop is from Goose Island, Bourbon County stout. So it's their proprietor's blend, correct?
Right, yep.
So it's only for Chicago. Doesn't get distro out of the state. Does it get distro out of Chicago at all? Does it hit like Illinois?
I think it hits southern Illinois, parts of Illinois, but it doesn't leave the state of Illinois.
Gotcha. So it's that typical like the blue, like the baby blue, powder blue color with the red and white, correct?
Right.
So they've done a lot of different flavors. I think the favorites we would say have been some of the coconuts. I think 2013, 2014,
A lot of them have
somewhere
been
around there.
coconut centric, right?
Yeah. Well,
No.
not a lot, but I've done it
least
3
half of
times.
them.
They've done
Well,
it 3 times.
No, they've started to deviate a lot from that recipe. Like
Okay.
they put proprietors is like it started off as like
a thank you to Chicago, right?
hey, like this is we're gonna do an homage, and so they started like incorporating different flavors because like the Aviary is a bar in downtown Chicago.
Okay.
And one of the props was an homage to the Aviary. And
Which
so
one was that?
2023.
Oh, so that was real recent.
I think that was, yeah.
That was the
and-
one like a cocktail, right?
Yeah, it was
That's
a
when we did in our
cocktail
show.
inspired.
Okay,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
actually did that. I don't know if we did a quick shot or if we
did a full episode.
We did a full
Yeah.
episode on it.
We made a cocktail with
Yeah,
it too. to
and
match.
I remember Drew did the cocktail off camera. That one was a little weird.
Unique?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
unique's a good word for that.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to recreate a cocktail in a stout recipe, it's A for effort.
But I feel like you're not playing up to your fan base.
No, I mean
Right?
stick with what. Hey, like I'm a coconut fanboy, so
sure, for
stick
sure.
with what works. And fans have been clamoring for like those OG like 2013, 2014,
Which
props.
were basically just coconut.
Well,
Coconut,
you
and
want to
coconut and cinnamon was 2014.
That was
That's kind of like a baklava almost.
baklava.
Well, wasn't one of them coconut water and one of them coconut flakes? Pretty sure it's
I
that.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but in the last few years, they did an Inspired
redid
like
it.
2014.
That's right.
It wasn't
That's
a
right.
proprietors, but it was like just
Hit
one of the
national distro.
Goose Island varieties that they released.
Okay.
And that's like, what do they call it? I think they call it like 2014.
I think they call it just
Or I think they call it the 14
stout or something like that. Yeah, it was not nearly as good, but it's also.
I like that. I mean, nothing's ever better than the original.
Well, no, that's a valid point. You know, you kind of put this one thing on a pedestal, and then you try to compare everything else.
Sure.
To
Everything
it.
that's the standard. Yeah.
So it's the batch one theory, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's batch one's better.
Exactly right. So, but the proprietor day.
Yeah, I mean, we've been to it. I've been to it 3 times. So the first time we went up here was during COVID. You essentially just drove through and got your bottles. The next time it was so cold, I had layers and layers and layers. I couldn't feel my face or my hands with gloves on.
Yeah. And today it was like 68 degrees.
Today in November,
Gorgeous.
in the middle of November, it's like 68.
Yeah, and it was all outdoors.
Great time up there. I mean, what was your favorites from today, guys? What do you think? We got to try a bunch of stuff.
Well, go ahead. I want to hear what Nick has to say.
So in terms of beer, this year's proprietors really took me by surprise. To be honest, like I didn't even like research like the Goose Island lineup, like what they were releasing. And you said like baklava, you said baklava. I mean,
we were here hanging out last night, and we asked Jason looked it up. And
Allegedly,
allegedly.
to be fair,
look, it's based on baklava.
Some bourbon was consumed last night.
Maybe a little bit.
I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Again, like in years past, like I appreciate like the brewers and what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Some swings and hits and some misses.
Yeah.
But the baklava proprietors like blew me away.
That was number one. That was number one today.
Flavor was
everybody with us.
So good.
Yeah. Let's discuss the full lineup real quick.
Yeah.
Because every single year they do the Bourbon County Stout release. And then
The first we walked in there, you get a pour of that right off the bat.
Which was solid.
Well,
Bourbon County Brand Stout.
it's a good welcome to the event.
yeah.
Hey,
It is.
have our standard, Bourbon County.
Yeah.
Welcome to the event.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, Bourbon County Brand Stout is kind of the original barrel-aged beer,
The first time
stout
ever.
beer that was ever made,
1992.
so to speak. Yeah, and it's just kind of become it's like a festival to itself. We just celebrate Bourbon County Brand Stout, and they release it on Black Friday every year for the masses. But Proprietors is one of the variations of Bourbon County Brand Stout that is an homage to Chicago, like Jason said, and it's just kind of part of the lineup. But the whole lineup is a series of, how many was it this year?
So this year you
6?
had the original, right? So
ahead.
one thing we talked about the release. We didn't get bottles today, but they used to release it back in the 90s and some of the 2000s in 12-ounce bottles, right? They moved to that like 16 ounce.
Yeah.
This year they're going back to 10 ounce, so they're going to change it even lower, which is actually pretty good for me. So a 4-pack and 10 ounce, right?
Yeah, so 40 ounces rather than...
So the original barrel-aged stout. Then you have the Cherries Jubilee. Looking at them, they're probably my least favorite. But today, I thought it was done well.
Okay.
I don't think I should buy 8 bottles of it, but it was done well.
I still don't know. Like, I know Cherries Jubilee is a dessert, but what is in Cherries Jubilee?
I don't think I've ever actually had Cherries Jubilee.
I've always heard it. You know,
Do you know what it is?
I think we had it in New Orleans. I think it's like, I want to say it's like almost like a creme brulee. Like they kind of like torch the shit out of it.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
so
pretty sure.
like instead of like a bananas Foster, like you're doing.
Yeah,
that
and
with
I could be way wrong on that too. So
I wouldn't doubt
half the shit we say on here we make up anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Don't fact check these guys.
So it is. I was right. So it's a classic dessert featuring warm flambéed cherries served over vanilla ice cream.
Okay, but so then that's
so
what
right
it is.
on. So right on.
Okay.
What else did we have? We had the
Praline chocolate.
the praline chocolate, which was actually pretty good, a little sweet, but that was pretty good today. Then we had the prop. Then we had 2 of the special ones. So we had the double barrel Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond Stout.
Right.
And then we had the Parker's Heritage Reserves. That Parker's Heritage is rye barrels. We had the reserve stout of that one.
So that was aged in the Parker's Heritage barrel. The double barrel was aged in the 8-year Heaven Hill
7 year.
barrel. 7 years twice.
Yep, twice. Double
The
barrels.
same barrel twice, though, correct?
I think it was 2 different lots of barrels. So I'm sure they
I
had
think
emptied.
they did like
I'm
an
sorry, the
age-
same type of barrel.
Yeah, same type of barrel, but
same
like
exactly.
they'll do like a year dump and then another year in a different barrel.
Right.
That's
Okay,
something they've done
gotcha.
the past, 4 years? They've seemed to do a double barrel
They
about
started
every year.
doing that. Yeah, they started incorporating that more into like the regular rotation.
And it's been solid. I mean, honestly, we're splitting hairs today, but that was probably number 2 behind prop. I think we would all say that, right? The double barrel.
No, I thought that the Parkers.
You liked it better? I think they're close to me.
I thought the reserve gave a little bit more depth.
Okay.
The Heaven Hill
Yeah.
double barrel was very similar to the regular. I don't think it gave enough nuance or character, not enough oakiness next to the regular. And again, like it's interesting because like the regular every year has some fluctuation. Like you're gonna get some variance.
for sure.
And there are years where I think regular Bourbon County is phenomenal.
We talked about
in
that
other
earlier.
years, it's like it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of variance, and I thought like this year's double barrel was a little bit more closer to the regular Bourbon County, and the reserve, the Parker, had a different an extra layer of complexity, a little bit of depth, some more flavor that I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
and of course, so like when you're drinking a whole bunch of stouts and like
they all start to commingle
consecutively, like your palate's gonna get fatigued.
Yeah,
and I always find like sometimes it's like I prefer like a single sitting, open a bottle, and like really like get into it and can dive in deep.
Like mentally digest. That.
It's also go from cold to warm, right? Like have it a little bit cold and then drink all the way through.
Yeah,
too.
like, so you can see
barrel,
that journey of that.
Yeah.
We almost forgot one other variant though.
What was the other variant?
It was called King Henry II.
Yeah.
The King Henry II.
Yeah.
Or the second, whatever.
That actually sounds a little more apropos. Yeah.
King Henry II.
King Henry the Two.
The two.
Wow.
This one though was only available for what was our title called? Not VIP.
Royal
Access.
Royal Access. Yeah, I don't have mine.
We don't have our little. I took them out in the car.
Yeah, okay.
But so for Royal
Very
Access,
regal.
it was $40 more on the ticket, but you get a bottle of King Henry. So I mean, it's definitely worth $40 to me.
And an hour earlier access.
That's my next stepping on my talking here. Yeah, it's all good. It's your show.
We will. Okay, so we will talk more about the King Henry. So we're gonna do a tasting, and it will actually be released before this episode. So scroll back to our Wednesday release, and you can actually see what we think of the King Henry. And then come back to this one, or wait till this is done, then go back.
Whatever you want to do.
Give a shit. But
Watch
we
them
will
both.
just go. Yeah, watch them both at the same time with different earbuds.
Dual screens.
Yeah, at the same time. Before I get into my opinions, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Never Say Die Bourbon. Right here, this is our bottle. We actually forgot to bring the bottle with us over here, so we'll just imagine it's in my hand. But Never Say Die Bourbon, they're aged partially at sea and then transferred over to England, and then they come back
here.
Always a really good pour.
Well, in Kentucky, not here in Chicago.
Well, whatever. They might be in Chicago.
Oh no, they have bottles here. Just don't age them here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but always a good pour. Never Say Die Bourbon. Check them out. We appreciate those guys.
Nice.
My favorite was definitely the baklava prop as well. My second favorite, I actually really like that praline. That praline one. It was pralines in what?
Chocolate.
Pralines and
I'd like to revisit it. It was a little sweet for me.
And maybe like after we've been drinking stout all day, maybe having that little bit of sweetness kind of cut through was welcome. But I guess the problem for me was like on a scale of like, this was my least favorite and this was my most favorite, and baklava was up here. Like the pralines was probably down here, and then everything else. Like it was just that prop was just heads and shoulders so much better than everything else.
A very drastic separation.
Yeah. Very drastic.
Which was shocking. Like it's very surprising to me. Did not expect.
I think prop was the surprise of the day. Right?
The disparity in all of the bottles.
Yeah.
Like in how far ahead prop was.
Yeah.
It reminds me though. It again like going back to like the early days of proprietors, like 2013, 2014,
right,
where prop was like something truly special for the people of Chicago.
Yes.
And I'm like, thank you for going back and really
making something worth being excited for.
Honing in on like, hey, we're going to hit you with like a flavor punch of like, this is something that like you didn't see coming. And it was really like unique to me.
I think it was the second biggest line of the day towards the end of the day, but the biggest line throughout the day was a mystery pour. So we got to talk about that. So you walked up there in our early access, there was hardly anybody in line, maybe three people.
There was nobody in line.
Yeah.
So
they
have
the barrel of the glory hole.
They have a stack of barrels with people
it's
behind.
like, be sure you reach in with the right appendage.
So they have a stack of barrels with people behind there, that little cutouts in two of them. They're pouring beer and setting it through where you can't see what they're pouring. Even if you're looking through and trying to see, which I was, they're pouring from a pitcher, right? So you can't tell. I think I went through 3 times and got 6 or 5 pours. I think 4 of those 5 are completely different.
All different.
All
It was
different.
crazy how much random stuff
Yeah.
they're going through there.
There was a coconut one I enjoyed. There's also a Scotch one with Pete that you all said was
was
vanilla.
not
It was
Scotch.
clearly vanilla.
It was not vanilla.
It was super vanilla.
at
I don't
all.
know. Yeah.
To the fans who watch this show,
Yeah.
and you're talking about Scotch flavors, and it was clearly a vanilla extract.
Yeah.
I mean, your palate is broke
No.
as shit. I hope your palate is
I like
collecting
vanilla.
unemployment right now
I
because
like
it is
vanilla.
so broke.
It's not
I
vanilla.
want somebody from Goose Island to ring in and be like, "Yeah, we've never made a fucking Pete Scotch."
They have.
No. Like for prop, like release for prop day. I want somebody to ring in or to give us the truth. But if somebody,
I mean, I know the truth. That it was Scotch or peaty.
if that
not vanilla.
if that vanilla stout was a Scotch stout, I will.
I'll eat my hat.
I will eat Jason's hat. I really will. So somebody ring in and tell us because
There's no way. There's no
absolutely
way.
no
No,
way.
it was very fun to do the mystery pours,
Yeah,
just trying
it
to
was.
guess, talk about it. But I really wish maybe before you walked in there, when you walked in, give you a list and say, here's all the ones we're going to be pouring. I'm not going to tell you when.
Yeah.
There's probably 20 they probably poured there.
Yeah, the thing that kind of not turned me off, but made me feel weird is that it did feel like they were just getting rid of stuff that they needed to get rid of.
Kind
You know
of,
what I
a
mean?
little bit,
Yeah,
little
it's
bit.
like
Yeah.
you don't know what this is. We're not going to tell you what it is. Nobody else knows what it is. Just
drink it and shut up.
Just drink it,
Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
it's free and it didn't cost a token.
To be
cost
fair,
token.
like it didn't cost you a token.
I'm not gonna
so-
argue with free beer, but at the same time, they're just kind of like, here's our surplus. We got to get rid of it.
You know, like so in prop days past, like they would do they would set up secret stations where they would
Correct.
be pouring things, and I was really hoping. I mean, I don't even know if it exists anymore, but like 2012, they did Bedonia,
Yeah.
which was a never bottled release of regular Bourbon County.
Go ahead and tell us specifically what this, because you taught us this, and I'd never heard of this in my
So
entire
like
life.
Bedonia has always been like a special Goose Island product, like in special place in my heart because
It was a Bourbon County.
it was a regular Bourbon County. So it was, I think it was 1 or 2 barrels
Okay.
in one of their aging warehouses, and where it was, there was a fungus growing on the outside of the barrel, and they thought like, well, we can't possibly sell
Release
this.
this.
Like we like,
Yeah.
and they were gonna just dump it. They were gonna. It was. I wish I would have like they've never released like photos of what these barrels look like. It'd be awesome one day.
They're gonna be green and orange.
Like
and,
to just
seriously.
see like what the condition of
Yeah.
that barrel was like
Yeah.
what was really growing on the outside of it. It must have
Yeah.
been gnarly.
Yeah.
But
So-
Go ahead.
instead of dumping it, one very smart person said, "Well, maybe we
Let's
should
try
taste
it."
it first. Maybe we should taste
I
it."
feel like that should be the de facto answer. Like, at least let's try it. I would. You know, I
And
always would.
it was like, so it became this like kind of like secret, like this like, if you're in the know, you're in the know.
Yeah.
And at Goose Island events over the years, like over the last like 12, 13 years, you would show up at an event and they would have like a sixtel of Bedonia.
That's
And
awesome.
you knew you were in for a treat.
That is
And
crazy.
it was just like, it was like regular Bourbon County on crack. It was something about like whatever that fungus did to that wood, man,
Set it off.
it had an impact on that beer in there.
Was Bedonia the name of the fungus or the
Correct.
name of the guy
Correct.
that worked there? Gotcha. Okay.
No,
you-
that's like the fungus that was growing.
But you,
yeah.
we see this all the time, right? You know what it is.
What is it?
If you drive
Black
by
mold?
if you drive by a distillery, what do you see?
Bourbon?
No, what's the rick houses and all the signs by them? What are they covered in? Black.
Bluegrass?
Black. So if you drive by a rick house or you go by like signs on the distillery,
Yeah.
everything looks like it's like tar on it. That's what that is. It's
That's
an
the
airborne.
fungus.
That's it.
yeah.
Sweet as black mold.
Yeah, essentially. Type of.
In
I
a way,
mean,
yeah.
Yeah, not like literal the toxic
So it's-
stuff.
it's
but like
really-
a type of black.
A
colored
type of
mold.
like
Yeah.
a spore.
Yeah.
It's like a spore.
They
yeah.
look at it very like it's a great thing over in France.
Like that's
the
terroir.
cognac region. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's for that.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's pretty cool.
that's a cool one.
Yeah.
We got to do a little bit about the games today. So we went to the prop games. Go ahead. Were you going to say something?
Well, I was actually going to tie that in with the mystery pours. They had the whole game section, which was fun. I don't know why they didn't extend that to the mystery pours. Like, give you like a little sheet and like try to match, the beer with like what you're drinking
good
with
idea.
what beer
Yeah.
that we have here. Like, we'll have a list of like 10 or 20, however many they poured, and try to figure it out. At least give us like there's still a lot of untapped nerds out there that want to
If
check
you
things
if you
in.
rewind the tape, I said this like 5 minutes ago, but good idea, Matt.
No,
Good
you
idea.
did not. Did he actually say this? I don't remember him
Yeah, I
saying
said when you walked in, if they give you a list, or when you walked in there of like 20 things reporting for the
Of
day.
the mystery pours.
Yeah.
You did say
Yeah,
that.
that's dude, Nick. That's a good idea. I appreciate you saying that.
I'm just glad- I can't
That's
believe-
awesome, man. Yeah.
I can't believe nobody. I can't believe nobody else saw that. I can't believe anybody else didn't think of that.
Anyways, talk about the games.
No, hell no. So anyway, so we went to the prop games. They had, I think, 4 games.
Four
right?
games.
So you had the bozo toss, like the
ring toss or the
no,
No,
the
the
balls.
both buckets out
I
of
didn't
like,
even
Those are
try
buckets.
out of like trash cans.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? What was that old Chicago?
It was
the Bozo Show.
Bozo the Clown Show.
Yeah.
Bozo the
I used to
Clown on
watch
WGN.
I used to watch the shit out of that show.
For sure.
Dude, I'll tell you, like, there's a special like Pagvara family home video of us, like me and my brothers, as like 7-year-old kids playing Bozo buckets. This is a
On the
game.
show?
This
That's
is
on the show.
in a family
I
reunion.
would have loved that. Yeah.
And my brother has a meltdown because he lost. The ball bounced in and bounced out.
Oh, my
and my
God.
mom's like, "Well, you lose." Oh, that's an inside
hardcore.
joke. That's a Pugvara family
That's
treasure right
hilarious.
there.
Okay.
She just mentioned Bozo buckets, but like, it was. There was no way anyone was winning
No
that
way.
game.
No.
There was no way.
No.
the
We
didn't
hole,
see-
the hole in the last. Like, you can't even see the garbage can.
You got to make
And
4 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
and the hole was like, I mean, it was like about a half an inch bigger
I
than
thought
the
you
ball
just, I
that
thought
they
you just
gave
had
you.
to make like 2. Is it 4 you had to
I
make?
think it was
I don't
4.
know.
You had it like there were 6. No, there were 6.
There's
Oh, wow.
6?
There were 6 in total.
Oh, gosh.
And he said that at that time when we went through, someone made 4, and that was it. And I'm like, there's no way someone's making all
No
6
way.
of these. I'm like, that is
You're throwing
with only 1 miss. You get 1 miss.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can give me 100 shots on that
Yeah.
last
Still not gonna
bucket,
get it,
and
yeah.
I'm not making it.
Yeah.
So we didn't see anybody win on that. I didn't hear anybody
not
win.
even close.
The next one over was the ducks. I think you
Yeah.
just picked a duck and they turned it over. It's
It was a
tub
It was
of
like
water.
a pool,
Kiddie pool.
like a little
Yeah.
pond. Yeah.
With tiny little rubber ducks all floating. There was probably 400 ducks
There were
in
a
there.
bunch of ducks in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and you literally just point to one with a stick, and they pick it out of the water and they turn it over. And there should have been a sticker on the bottom that says you're a winner, but
There was 0
No.
winners there. We
No
asked the
winner.
guy. He said there's 10 winners in here. We're like, nope, nobody won.
Yeah.
Then with the next one, I think was with the ball toss.
No, that was the ring
ring
toss.
toss.
Like
So
that's
you
a
had-
classic Carney game.
yeah.
So you had like probably 100 bottles set up with maybe 6 or 8 of them that were like colored.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get the ring on the colored bottles.
And you get 3 rings.
Yep. And
Yep.
I got 0.
Nobody got any of those. Yeah.
Nobody won that
I
one.
didn't even ring a normal bottle.
I didn't either.
No.
I didn't either. No,
Yeah.
not
Like,
at
I
all.
would like throw it and hit one, and it would like bounce up
Yeah.
into the ceiling,
Yep.
and I'd be like,
It's like
what,
those
what
are
is this
plastic
made out
rings,
of?
but
Yeah.
like
I
felt
hit
like they
one,
were
it rang
rubber.
around, just flipped off.
I
I'm like,
know,
ah,
yeah.
whatever. And then the last one was wiffle balls you were throwing at like
bottles.
big bottles.
Right.
And Matt drilled one. Go
Yeah.
ahead and tell that story.
So they make you stand back like 4 feet from this window that's about this tall. We were laughing at a guy because he kept throwing it and he kept hitting the booth.
Like the
He couldn't even get it in there
the
because
facade of the booth.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
like-
you basically have to hit it through like a viewfinder. And so, like, I kind of went in and I laid like this, and I was going overhand but sideways. But because I was doing it that way, I ended up throwing it this direction, and I drilled some guy's bottle and I knocked it over, and I was like, hell yeah. And then he's like, you got to hit both of them. I'm like, all right. So he goes over and like, he's like, sharing is caring. Since I hit that guy's bottle, he knocked over my bottle, in place of that one. He couldn't knock it over. And I was like, that's telling.
it's like,
That's all, yeah. And he was like, just imagine that one's knocked over. I was like, all right. So then I did it again, and I drilled my bottle right in the
I
middle.
saw this,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it like goes bloop, 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 and it like walked back like 3 inches and like didn't move
Nothing.
at all. Yeah.
Moral of that story is these were just rigged, this Carney game.
These
Not
are
one-
circus games.
Not
Yeah.
one person won. Not
I didn't
one
see
person I
anybody
saw.
win. I don't
We
know.
asked him what the bottle was, and all he would tell us is this something really
really
good.
Really good.
I know.
Yeah.
I'd like to know.
I've heard that
It's
story
probably the
before.
Fog Stout or whatever the hell that
Oh,
was.
that was Kentucky Fog.
Kentucky Fog.
I thought you would appreciate that.
No, I would not. No. So I mean, that was the highlights. I think we missed. We didn't see. We don't know for sure if we had any King Henry pours. But maybe one of the mystery pour was. Who knows?
You know what though?
But-
You know what the highlight was for me?
What was that? Spending time with me.
Just connecting with friends.
Seriously, though.
No
yeah, it's
joke.
fun.
We had a great time.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
just like it's been a while since I've been to like a beer event. I mean, what a blessing for a day! Like 70 degrees in November.
Oh, gosh,
I'm
it
like
was so nice.
unbelievable. Like you said, there were days like your teeth are chattering.
Yeah.
You can't feel your fingers.
Yeah.
To be out there and to just have some beers with people and just the social aspects.
Yeah.
That was like the best aspect. Like I've missed like things like that. That was a good time. That
Everybody
was a good
was
time.
It was a
chill.
good time.
Good time. I think everybody had.
This was my first time I've ever been. I enjoyed it immensely.
None of these are ever gonna live up to this one.
This is the first. Yeah,
you,
this is what,
you are so spoiled.
Yeah.
Now.
this is my
Shit.
pedestal.
Yeah.
No, there's no
I'm
way.
gonna go to the next 2 years. Like, why is it 32 degrees out
You're
here?
gonna
This
have
is
4
insane.
layers of clothes on. You're gonna be miserable.
Yeah, every stout port's gonna be like have like
And
ice
like an ice-
crystals on it, and I was like, I can't taste any of these. I don't. Yeah, are these all served on ice box? I don't know. Yeah.
Exactly. Like you're sitting around like a open fire pit trying to warm up.
I feel like a homeless guy who cut the fingers on my
Oh,
100%.
joke!
gloves.
They've had garbage
Yeah,
cans
they have.
with open
They
fire
have.
pit, like
Yeah.
burning. Like I'm like it's been brutal. This was awesome.
Yeah,
like what a
know.
day for a beer event.
I agree.
So
Thank
look
you,
at-
global warming.
Yeah.
for sure. So looking at what we got today. So for the Royal Access, $190. You got 2 props. You got one of the
got
cherries.
2 props?
2 props. Cherries Jubilee. And then what was the other one?
Anyway, good.
So 2 prop, 1 cherry
got a-
Jubilee.
did you get
one
a
of the,
regular or no?
Didn't get any regular. The other one, what's the other one we had there? The chocolate praline.
chocolate
praline
praline.
and chocolate,
You got that
yeah.
one, and you got a glass, and you got King Henry. So you got 2, 4,
490
5.
bucks?
Yeah.
Damn, you guys made out like
I don't
bandits.
think that was, plus you got the pours too. You got all that. You got the pours for free.
I got it. I got the experience for free.
You got a bag too. I mean, for the value, do you think it's worth? Would you buy that again?
I think so.
10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and,
agree.
And honestly, we're about to see how much value once we open
Yeah.
this King
Yeah.
Henry over here. But yeah, I think so. I had a good time. Yeah,
Good time. I'd do it again too.
I mean, if you think about it compared to like other beer events, like other things that kind of compare like Dark Lord Day, like regional. I mean, obviously you guys went to like what was that?
Zool.
Zool.
Kill Lights
Yeah, the
Fest,
Kill
yeah.
Lights Fest, yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good.
For the price, I think you get a decent amount of beer to drink
I think you're honestly just paying for the beer at $190 for all those.
for all
Really?
those
To-go beer,
bottles.
yeah.
Like that's a good value. It's a good
100%.
value,
Yeah, I
and the Carney games are a little frustrating. I mean,
It's still free rolling though, right? You ain't playing.
you're not,
Yeah.
You're not paying to play, which
Yeah.
would have been really
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah.
But
I did notice they said if you win, then you pay.
then you pay.
Yeah.
Which is,
You would buy the
that's-
bottle. You would buy the
You
bottle.
get the right to buy.
Still want to know what that bottle was.
I guarantee you, there's probably like 4 winners the whole freaking day.
I didn't see
Probably.
one person.
I figured like somebody would have rung a bell or something.
Like ear horn, like
Yeah.
yeah, right, yeah.
Seriously, like so I figured somebody would have.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Nothing.
No.
And again, like Goose Island puts on this event, and I think there are always ways, like for like little tweaks,
Okay.
for them to improve.
What would you suggest?
Hopefully, they watch this.
Yeah.
And someone takes some serious notes.
Okay.
Because I think that the mystery report thing for me too, it's like I want give me like a
It'd be
flashcard
good
or
if
something.
you walked
like,
in, they give you a list of like 10 or 20 things.
these are things that we're serving up.
said that
and
earlier.
maybe
Yeah.
you
I,
wanna,
yeah, well, and Nick said
re-
it too. I appreciate it when
Then
Nick
you
said
did
it. That's
too.
good off.
Yeah, that's so smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like if you're drinking something, it's like it's fun when you don't know what you're getting, but like
You're
10
doing
minutes
a
later, it's
double
like, well,
blind.
shit. What if I want to try that again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I at least want to have like the answer behind like a card. It's like give me a blind. Okay, let me see if I can figure it out what it is. Is this peaty scotch or is this vanilla extract? I don't know.
Speedy Scotch.
I want the
Speedy
curtain to be
Scotch.
100%
lifted.
not
Speedy
Scotch.
Scotch. Speedy
I
Scotch.
want the curtain to be lifted at some point, and then like I need validation. Otherwise, it's just like why am I even trying to dissect it? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
a double.
other than getting free beer. Yeah.
I mean, it's an exercise in futility. Like you're picking out tasting notes, but you'll never know.
yeah.
A double blind in that scenario, like double blinds are fine, right? But a double blind with barrel-aged stouts that may contain 3 of the same 4 adjuncts and one being different, there's no way in hell you can pick those blind like that.
Yeah.
But again, I think it was worth it. So
Overall, I think it was a very good event. I enjoyed myself. I'd like to go next year.
let's do it.
I think I would.
We were spoiled by that early access.
We were.
I mean, it was very nice to be in there early. No lines for anything.
Yeah.
So like we were able to go through and try a little bit of everything right away. We got to check out like the merch, like what they had.
You're right.
And so I don't know if they've ever done an early access like this.
Oh, really? Did they not do early access?
Not
last
when
year?
I-
Not that I recall.
Yeah.
Okay.
They should do that every time.
100%.
I mean, that was great. I mean, for a little bit extra money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm paying for that.
Yeah.
Just because like once like they opened the doors in the floodgates and everyone came in, it got crowded. Not like where it was like butts to nuts where you couldn't walk, because like the setup on Fulton Street is like very spacious. They have a lot of land. They closed down, but like waiting in lines. Lines got a lot longer. I'm too old to wait in lines, and there were some like the mystery line was very long, and so we had the benefit of being able to zip through it a few times over.
A guy almost died.
That was
true.
That was wild.
Yeah.
I am getting very thirsty that we're talking about, and I want to see if this is worth it. All right. So I'm ready to go on tour.
We'll close this out one. Thanks for watching. Share it if you like it. For more Arsenic Culture, you can check us out on all the socials. We are at Arsenic Culture.
Like and subscribe on YouTube.
And go back to the last one.
And watch this review.